Using a pseudonym in literature has been a pretty standard occurrence for quite some time now, especially in the world of manga. Tsugumi Obha, Sui Ishida, Q Hayashida, and One are just a few names that come to mind. And why wouldn't they? Having an alias can be quite useful when one is rich and famous. It's actually a really smart idea. But when one is an up-and-coming artist, having this alias can be a double-edged sword at times. Most fans like to be obsessive with their creators after all, having a face to go with a name, and spreading that name of yours, and especially your work, can be a bit challenging when it has to be done so anonymously. Hataya, a Saitama-based artist, is one of these names I would like to spread around, as her artwork is some of the most intriguing and imaginative stuff I've seen in quite a while, giving off a sort of alien, otherworldly yokai type of feel to it. Utilizing this gorgeous pen and ink style, Hataya invites the viewers to be both astounded and intrigued by scenes straight out of another world or dimension, it would seem. From moth scholars and bird dragons to bestial creatures of every shape and size, the artwork of Hataya has the ability to defy description itself. It truly is visual art in every sense of the word. But without further ado, I present to you all the imagination of Hataya, a master of dreamlike imagery. Hataya, also known as Muzinabu, is the pseudonym used by this anonymous Japanese animator, illustrator, and designer. Aside from the independent artwork she shares online, Hataya is the author of Neko no Matasaburo, a one-shot about a cat trying to become a demon, and Mangaka Joshi Tabi ni Deru, a shoujo slice of life. Some of her most mainstream and well-known material includes the work she did with the Pokemon franchise, doing the artwork for 9 of their cards. This one is probably my favorite. Now, while all these endeavors are impressive in their own right, the focus of this video will mainly be on her online artwork, as it's the most accessible. You can find this spread out between Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. One of the first things you'll notice about these drawings is the stunning complexity of the images, or at least that's what I noticed right off the bat. Every single subject, every character or creature contains a multitude of varying textures that mesh surprisingly well. Whether it be fur, feathers, cloth, scales, or bones, the attention to detail speaks for itself. Just take a look at some of these. It's mesmerizing and fun. The imagery Hataya uses draws upon all sorts of sources like real-life places and animals, supernatural beasts and mythological creatures, as well as otherworldly concepts. I don't know how else to describe it. These can range from your more demonic-looking examples to the more alien look and feel. Personally, I really like this one. An interview over with the website Sci-Fi-O-Rama explains that set against a detailed background full of antique architectural details, paper lanterns, tattered posters, and mysterious goods in jars, Hataya's diverse creatures share a believable, lived-in setting. This is art with great narrative allure, and each piece leaves the viewer wanting more. We asked Hataya about her work, and she answered simply, "There is no one story I am trying to tell. But there is one big world in my mind. I'm drawing that world, so the work ends up feeling coherent. I draw what I want to see." And what a fantastical world it is, filled with bizarre landscapes and Eastern-influenced architecture in towns and cities, sprinkled in with the more surrealist stuff. It's beautiful. I've never seen anything like it before in this style. It feels dreamlike almost. What would I even call this style if not Hataya-esque? It's incredible. The sheer amount of images here and the professional quality of those images warrants its own art book, for Christ's sake. Hataya, if you ever see this, please turn this shit into an art book. I'm begging you. Everyone would pay money for it, I guarantee. But I digress. If you haven't checked out this artist yet, do yourself the favor and go see the art for yourself. Scrolling through the artwork is a great way to just kill time and lose yourself completely to the imaginative possibilities proposed by the artist known as Hataya. If you're interested in following her, or even hiring her for that matter, I've linked the socials in the description.